Hi, welcome back to your channel. So we always have water around us. It composes the majority of our body. We drink it, we eat it, we use it to wash ourselves, and it builds the majority of the wildlife, plants and animals, and it's inside many other things. But there are some incredible aspects of water that make it unique and mysterious, so let's dive into it. Between 13 and 14 billion years ago, there was the Big Bang. Around 4.6 billion years ago, Earth was formed, and now we are here. Water is as old or probably even older than the Earth. Probably it arrived on our planet and helped cooling down the temperature due to the high volcanic activity typical of our early days. In fact, it looks like water was not present in the material, dust and rocks that formed our planet. More likely, it arrived from outer space. And since then, our planet remained and still is a closed system. All the water we see around is the water that has always been here, and it has been recycled 100% continuously for billions of years. All the water in the rivers and lakes that the dinosaur drank, all the water contained in the blood of every creature and human that lived on this planet, the lymph of all the plants, and every single drop of sweat is still here. The water that you drink is the water that Leonardo da Vinci, Giulio Cesare and Dante drank. As we all know, it's liquid at room temperature and it's present in 3 stable states on this planet: solid, liquid and gas. Water is extremely common even in our solar system. It's present on the moon, on Mars, in asteroids and comets. And if we consider the moons of other planets like Europa, Ganymede and Titan, the amount of water present there is between 3 and 35 times all the water we have in our planet, including all the oceans and seas. One curious thing to know is that the largest water reservoir in the universe is orbiting a black hole that is massive, is 20 billion times the mass of the Sun. It contains not 1 billion times, but 140,000 billion times the water in our oceans, and it's 12 billion light years away from us. And the magic doesn't stop here. In fact, if we separate the H2O molecule into oxygen and hydrogen, they burn extremely well together, forming a lot of energy and water vapor. There is another interesting thing. The fact that ice floats on water is pretty strange. In fact, when it freezes, it expands and it becomes less dense, but usually it's the opposite. The liquid floats on the solid. And this is exceptional. It prevents seas and oceans from freezing completely and killing the majority of the life forms. It breaks, dissolves and moves things, and it can even flow against gravity upwards for a phenomenon called capillary effects. And this is how trees and plants can bring the water that is buried deep in the ground all the way up to the top branches. It is also extremely precious. Even if our planet is pretty blue, in fact 71% of our surface is covered by water, only 1% of it is fresh, meaning not salty, drinkable and available, so not underground or frozen into ice. Water is one of the most mysterious substances we know of. We are not sure on how it got to our planet, but we are sure it's fundamental for life. Every time you see a living being around, you see a forest, clouds in the sky, or every time you eat something, think that water is the common pillar of all this, and think about how magical it is. So I hope you enjoyed this short journey and see you in the future.